Welcome back, everybody, here live in the Next Arena. More Pro League for you coming at you. It's all tied up. MVP versus Samsung Galaxy Con. We're about to jump into another mirror matchup here. GuMiho versus Journey.
This one is going to be fun. Look at that, 5-5 against Journey. These guys have a fair amount of history, and it's pretty even.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, how about that? Map is Echo as well. So not a bad map at all for GuMiho to get into his groove, go for that mech style. And for Journey, how's he going to shut it down? Is he going to be doing the same, or will he be going for that bio tank?
We'll have to wait and see. Both GuMiho and Journey are such fun players for me to watch. Both of these guys. Journey, a fantastic player. You do see him here now. 3-1 versus Terran. GuMiho is 4-0. Both these guys very good in the matchup.
Yeah, he's really been up and coming. No doubt TVT is his best matchup. And he's been looking fantastic since he joined Samsung Galaxy. He was originally on SKT, but didn't really find a place there. Didn't make it his home.
He's looking very, very focused before getting into this game.
Some sick music too.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's from. Maybe God of War or something.
Possibly. The map, guys, is going to be Echo here for game number 3. Let's jump into it right now between GuMiho and Journey. Up here in the top left in the red for Team MVP, it is GuMiho.
Down here in the bottom right for Samsung Galaxy, we do have Journey. Let's have a look. Journey actually was wearing an undershirt, Valdez. I don't
was
agree
he?
with, I
How
don't
did you
agree
even
with,
spot that?
I have my eyes everywhere.
You got your eyes peeled?
Everywhere for these players. Oh, got some fans in the audience. Hey guys, welcome. Hope you're enjoying the show.
Always nice to see fans coming down. Of course, it is free if you've never been here. You don't have to pay for tickets or anything like that. You can get English headsets as well if you want to listen to us.
Certainly so. Okay.
What do you think about Echo as a map, Moonglade?
I was about to speak about it, Valdez. Actually, you're right on point. I do like it. I think it's a pretty fantastic map for mech as well. I think this is why we are seeing GuMiho go into this map. He's looking for that TVT, and he's looking for a comfortable map to play his mech style on. And
yeah,
I do like it a lot, though.
Don't see many Zergs on this map anymore, just with the prevalence of the meching Terran on this map. You sometimes get Perdos's. Later on tonight is actually going to be Mara versus Hero on this map.
That's right. We actually have seen Hero go into this map a bunch of times before. I think he might have got even steamrolled by Flash on this map at one point.
Yep.
Yeah, I do remember that game.
That was when we were all like, what is happening to Hero? And he had like that one, what was it, like 2-week slump or something?
That's
quote
right.
Unquote.
Yeah. Well, besides that, this map, I mean, it's a pretty fantastic macro map. We do see some pretty great games in this one. Kind of hard-pressed to end the game early. It's kind of a layout.
Yeah. Once players realized that there was a cooling tower at the third base, they're like, oh, I can defend this, though, easily.
Yeah. Still, though, I mean, taking the third and holding it can be a little bit dangerous because there's 2 ways into it, and your natural is a bit far away. So if we do see GuMiho go for that sort of mech style, he's going to have to be a little bit careful early on, and maybe Journey will be looking to do some damage that early.
Well, we do see Journey going for the gas first. Going to go for a Reaper into a factory. Not going to lose that SUV to this Marine.
Just getting a little scout off. It's cool to see that Marine first, then go into Reaper. Denies the scouting and gives you that ability to go for your own scouting just a little bit later.
It looks like GuMiho is going to go for a pretty fast expansion. I want to see what Journey's going to do from this. You know, with the gas first, usually we do see a lot of aggression. He is going to go into multiple Reapers, actually. Makes a first one, makes a second one. Also, GuMiho does.
Yeah, how about that? Maybe both of them planning to go the same sort of route in terms of tech.
Who's going to get the first shot here? Looks like GuMiho did. So Journey going to have to back off. Maybe he's going to wait for a second Reaper and the Hellion coming out.
I wouldn't be surprised if we do see that, that Hellion Reaper push. We saw Flash do it yesterday, I believe, up against his opponents. He's going to do a little bit of damage here.
Look at the Marine. He actually went around the Reaper of Journey in the middle of the map, but he's going to be caught out here. 2 Reapers now. Oh. Very nice micro from Journey.
Yeah, that's actually a big deal. Losing a Marine and a Reaper like this, it means he doesn't really have much defense beside 1 Reaper of his own. I think that CC is going to be incredibly delayed if we do see Journey go for it.
Yeah, this TVT can be kind of funny in the very early game as well. Just same units. You got this mirror matchup here, and if you're not careful and if you play too greedy, you definitely can just straight up lose in the beginning of the game. We've seen it many times before. You mess up your micro, your opponent goes for multiple Reapers, you've only got 1, and you're going greedy behind it. You can just, it's very hard to deal with at times.
Oh, going to commit to up the ramp, but does see that Hellion. There's no way you can really commit to that. It's going to force him back. And Journey, looking like he's keen to go for Reactor Factory and a Starport. Perhaps we are going to see that mech versus mech.
Reaper going to get a scout of what is coming up here, but is going to go down. Pays for it with his life. And these CCs, looks like GuMiho finished his, and he is going to get that orbital out here before Journey will.
We are actually seeing this early aggression come from Journey, though. I think we are going to see that Hellion drop, which could really make up for that earlier CC, or that later CC for Journey, earlier for GuMiho.
He definitely does need to find the aggression with the build he has chosen. Medevac just pop out, and the Reaper's going to scout it.
Damn, that is a huge scout. That's going to pretty much reveal everything, all the intentions he had with that.
Nice repair here on the SCV. Keeps it alive just barely. But the Reaper does get the scout, and that was his job.
Oh, the Viking is looking for it as well. Oh, this is everything going wrong for Journey so far.
Yeah, already taking a bunch of damage on that medevac, and he's like, okay, I guess I'm making a 3rd CC now. Just going to go back home. He's going to struggle to find that damage. He can't really go up the ramp. He doesn't know what's up there. There's a really nice spread for GuMiho with his own Hellions.
Great experience being shown from GuMiho in this kind of situation, and now going into Cloaked Banshee.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting timing, because he went for 2 Vikings very fast off of that reactored starport, as you were saying. A nice scan here from Journey, so he will see it coming up.
And already that engineering bay on the way, and a Raven, so he's going to be completely prepared for it. We're going to see, I think, this game slow down a lot after this initial aggression. Both going for that 3rd CC, both going into the mech style.
Yeah. Looks like GuMiho is still going to commit to the Banshees with Cloak, even after it did get scanned. It's kind of interesting. I mean, Journey's going to be super prepared for that. He's going to be hard-pressed to find much damage with those guys.
So we are seeing the Reaper scout out that 3rd. And that's about all he's going to do. Still pretty important.
He's going to get burned. You saw actually the preparation of GuMiho. He also had a Marine up there waiting.
Well, looks like Hellion Banshee is going to be the aggressive tool that he will be using. And Cloak's just about to finish up, but I mean, he did get the scout off. He knows that Cloak will be on the map. He does have that Raven as well.
Coming in now with the Cloak Banshee. He doesn't really have much anti-air. Looks like he does have 1 Viking out now. This Banshee not really going to find much. Gets 2 kills, and that's about it. Now just sitting back, making that transition. 2 more armories on the way. Lots of factories have been made as well from GuMiho. Just pumping out an obscene amount of Hellions.
It all comes down to the Hellions this early on. And we are going to see eventually that tank transition. And then it'll all be about the tank counts and positioning from then onwards. But yeah, nice and slow sort of start up to this game, Valas. We're seeing some long games today.
Yeah, I'm liking it, you know? This day was meant to be very, very close. So far it has been, and the games have been very close.
It's kind of refreshing from yesterday as well. 2 3-0s and now we're actually seeing them really go the distance. Though, I mean, even the 3-0 yesterday from Spenu kind of went the distance. Those games were long.
Spenu really worked for their 3-0, you know?
They did.
It wasn't like KT over Prime. It was just fantastically prepared games out of Spenu.
And it was like SKT members struggling to come back after like being kind of really figured out that series. All right, well, more and more factories on the way. The production nearly all and up and running for both sides. That war machine just building as they get those third bases finished as well.
Yeah. Another Banshee making its way in. This is part of the reason why you do see players still going for Banshees with Cloak, even if it does get scouted. You can find bits of damage here and there. You can continuously pump out one Banshee at a time. Maru loves to do this as well. Like, players know that he's going for Cloak Banshees. He always goes for Cloak Banshees in TVT, but he still always finds damage somehow.
Yeah, it just doesn't even matter because of how effective they are, how much range they have in their cloaking ability, just so much survivability with it too. And I guess at the very least, a lot of the time, it's going to force out a scan, which is also going to cost a lot of money. Look at that supply lead for GuMiho right now, by the way. It's actually pretty impressive considering how similar the builds were all game long. 30 supply lead like this.
Yeah. It looks like Journey very heavily committed to the Viking count. He's making 2 at a time. Meanwhile, we have 3 Thors coming out here for GuMiho, as well as very consistent Hellion production, up to 21, making 2 at a time.
Yeah, that's actually kind of an interesting commitment to Thors at this point of the game, and it really does make sense why that supplies are so different. That and the fact that he has this many Hellions right now. Sitting at 25 to the 9.
It's disgusting. And both players getting the blue flame. Infernal Pre-Igniter coming out here at the same time. The 1-1 has finished. Much farther ahead here for GuMiho. Only now is the second armory getting started for Journey.
This double drop. Oh, this drop at the top with 2 Hellbats looking for it. Is it going to find its way in as well?
Sneaks by. There's only 1 turret here, but both Hellbats are going to drop down. They do have that blue flame. SCV's bunching up, but nice block here from the Hellions. Only going to get 3 so far.
Slow down that gas income a little bit. I mean, the later the game gets, the more redundant these Hellions and Hellbats do get as well. Man, that is so many that GuMiho makes. It's really impressive. If you can find a use for them, I'll be surprised if it gets any later than this.
Oh, look at this. The Planetary's not ready yet. And all of these Hellions coming in. That entire mineral line is going to go down.
Oh, he commits to fighting them as well. I guess there's no escape. 17.
Yeah.
Will drop.
Just way too many Hellions coming there at the exact right time. Not much you can do to stop that one.
And both sides reaching max soon. We did actually see GuMiho, who was pretty much maxed for a second there. It's so interesting, though, because it's such a, I guess, cost-inefficient army making this many Hellions like this. Wow.
Whoa, the big burn. And Journey losing a heavy chunk of his Hellions now. GuMiho may be thinking about an aggressive move. Going to lose a bunch of Hellions over here, but he's posturing to the north.
And now all Hellbats looking to push towards the third base. These tanks have to be in position, but he does have such a tank count advantage, Journey.
Yeah, 8 to 12 right now.
It's a big difference.
We do have the 2-2 upgrades finishing up here for GuMiho. Maybe he's looking for that timing.
Seems that way. He seems to be making a very aggressive kind of build. Oh, not paying attention here.
The move command.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy.
So many Hellions going down. It's going to stop the 4th from finishing.
Yeah, he should be able to siege this. Forces that lift. Journey now struggling to get into position. I think he's got the air advantage. Can you take a look? Yeah, actually he does. Well,
yeah. He's got like 13 Vikings to 8 with Raven as well. So Journey does have that kind of compositional advantage, but the sheer number from GuMiho right now is making it quite difficult to kind of solidify a 4th base. And while this is all happening, GuMiho is taking a 5th.
Yeah. And I mean, GuMiho also has those 3 Thors. They can be zoned out by the tanks, but if they do get a nice position underneath those Vikings, definitely going to help out in the air war.
Extra CCs going down as well for GuMiho. He's actually got such an interesting aggressive style in mech versus mech. Like, it's kind of strange because he's committing so early to like such an early, such a kind of redundant in the late game composition with so many Hellion Hellbats and Thors.
Yeah.
Here we go. Look at this. He's actually going to be moving forwards.
Yeah, Hellion's tanking the damage, morphing into Hellbats, just pushing in, not even sieging up.
A lot of ambition here. I don't think it's going to work out for GuMiho. Though he's pushing it from the left side a lot.
Yeah, he's losing a lot of supply, but a lot of them are Hellions that are going down, Hellbats. And as you mentioned, you know, fourth base going to be denied once again.
Wow. He's actually really suffocating him out here. I think biggest mistake from Journey was not taking the right side of the map base, instead going for the center one. It would give him a great position on the map for his mech, but he never had a chance to solidify it because of how aggressive the build was from GuMiho.
Yeah. I mean, you see GuMiho taking this base as his fifth base, and that was after his fourth base took that huge Hellion run by where he lost 17 SCVs.
GuMiho actually behind in supply right now, despite having such a huge economic advantage. He's essentially up 2 mining bases right now.
Yeah. He's making a big switch into a lot of Ravens. We do see Journey making a bit of a switch as well. He's already got 2 in the air, making 1 at a time, whereas GuMiho is making 2.
And also that 3-3 nearly finished up for GuMiho, so he's been very on point with his upgrades, despite investing so much in an army early. I do like this Raven switch, but he's going to have to start making a lot more Vikings to kind of buffer for them, or it's going to be problematic.
Oh, the siege up. He's not sieged up yet. GuMiho now sieging up down there. The Thors in the front, the tank, as well as a bunch of Hellbats. He will be able to clean up this tank line, but he's losing a lot for it.
Yeah, he certainly is. Not much left over. Only a couple of Thors and a few tanks. Still should be able to clean this up. Really great positioning from GuMiho.
Yeah, you know, just not enough Thors over here to defend, or tanks rather, for Journey.
Yeah.
And the Thors are getting so much damage done and taking so much damage from all the Hellbats.
Working on that planetary as well.
You see just like one by one the tanks roll up and they're taking shots.
Well, he does clean most of it up. Looks like GuMiho going to stop the gas mining at least, which is probably the more important part of a fourth base like this.
Meanwhile, GuMiho, you know, he's got that fifth and sixth base up and running, taking both the gases at both of those bases. Look at that gas bank for GuMiho, 1,600.
He needs to be making a lot more Ravens, I think. I mean, that's essentially 3 extra mining bases, because this new fourth base for Journey is not mining right now. But has GuMiho kind of spread himself too thin in terms of, you know, economy, investing so much into this many bases this early on? 77 SCVs to 67. But this constant aggression on top of that means he's always at a deficit in army supply.
Yeah. Look at that, 2 free tanks. Looks like the gas mining going to be denied here at this number 6 base. Eventually taking that out. Not enough range on that planetary to deal with that, but GuMiho is really pressuring that forward.
Oh, look at that, losing all his tanks. Nearly that Thor as well. Oh, down goes the Thor. Not paying attention to the top of the ramp. Had no vision up there, and oh, it's going to do a lot of damage.
Going for the splits, but taking a lot of damage, as you mentioned. Oh, 2 extra tanks.
That cost efficiency. Still though, down 30 supply is GuMiho right now. Journey, if he went for a big attack, maybe he could actually start shutting down these bases.
Yeah, Journey has just been always on the defensive. I think it's just the style from GuMiho is really putting Journey on the back foot. He never really had an opportunity to do much damage to the economy outside of these Hellion run-bys. Never went for any big push.
Here we go again. He's going to start shutting down another piece of economy. Nicely done there. It's going to be hard-pressed for GuMiho to find a spread. Oh, here we go again. Nice split. Oh, bit of damage. Not too much.
Pretty nice split there, but that CC is burning down. He's not repairing it, too. He's not paying attention.
Yeah,
once the PDDs go down, he could get one more shot. He's just going to go for the fight here. Looks like GuMiho is going to take the advantage, but more PDDs coming down here for Journey, fighting over the missile turret as well. He's got to back off.
Still a supply lead for Journey after all that. Journey needs to find a 5th base soon.
Yeah, he really does. He's got a bunch of different bases, a bunch of different CCs, orbitals that he's making, but he's having so much trouble finding the bases. Scan going up there to the top right, wants to see if GuMiho has that base, maybe see if he can take that base himself.
He does go for a scan, and Journey realizes his 5th is potentially open again. If he can kind of solidify it with tanks, he should be able to have it down. That would really put him back into this game in a big way. I feel like GuMiho, eventually, the longer this game goes, the more he's going to run away with it. It's kind of base advantage.
It's all that gas. You see him making 4 Ravens at a time. You can really do that on this many refineries working for you at all your different bases.
Yeah, it's getting out of control. GuMiho actually hasn't started using that bottom left base again, though. He's had it for a while, but I think like after that Hellion run by, he kind of just stopped using it. Kind of interesting.
He had the refineries, but he never even remade them. Somehow they went down to the Hellions of Journey. Not really sure what happened down there. On the Seeker missiles.
Yeah, no helping these tanks. Actually committing 3 Seekers for one of those tanks each, so that's a little bit of a waste. I believe you only need 2 Seeker missiles to take down a tank. A little ambitious there.
And he actually missed the other tank because of it.
Yeah.
Maybe just a bit of mistargeting.
Getting carried away, having too much fun already.
Yeah, he does have to be careful. One bad engagement and he can definitely get behind. TVT, a very positional matchup. We say it time and time and again.
Yeah, very efficient armies at killing. If you are out of position for 1 second, take a bad fight or take a bad Seeker missile, you can just lose the game.
So many scans coming down. They really need to find out where the different armies of their opponents are and see exactly what they have as well. Looking at the counts now, GuMiho, I think, definitely in a better spot. More tanks, a lot more Ravens, and slightly less Vikings, but not really going to matter too much with 16 Ravens to help you out.
Yeah, PDs make up for that. All right, this time around 2 each. Nice efficiency there.
Yeah, they do connect with 2. The other one does get away, but again, just trading energy for tanks, always going to be great.
Yeah, the more you do this in the game, the more efficient your Ravens will be.
Oh, GuMiho just going to barge up the ramp into siege tanks, but he's got so much stuff over there. Should be able to break the line, and that he does. Going to be now shelling onto that planetary journey, looking to go for the repair, actually. But so much DPS coming down. It does go down. In the meantime, Seeker missiles going down over there. Going to split up his tanks over here as well.
Yeah, now he's kind of taking a big hold of that 5th base that Journey wanted so badly. While it's still happening, though, we are actually seeing a Hellion run by in the natural of GuMiho, cleaning up a little bit of the SCVs. Not too much damage, though, compared to what's been happening here.
Journey also trying to take the top right base. I think the only reason he has it is because GuMiho hasn't spotted it. Loses the rest of his tanks to Ravens. Has retaken this base.
More Thors on the way and more Ravens as well. We're sitting at a number of 16 Ravens right now to the 12 of Journey.
Yeah, but the economy right now of Journey is just smashed.
Yeah.
He lost his 4th base. He's desperately trying to get the top right one. He never got that 5th base. He's essentially not mining right now.
Yeah, he's at about 500 in terms of income to like the 2,800 of GuMiho. So GuMiho doubling it in every way, quadrupling it in minerals.
Anti-air mode here for the Thor. Going to be looking to help out in the air battle.
Positioning, nice positioning from Journey, keeping him alive for now. He's got those 2 bases up and running, so he's stabilizing in a big way. His composition isn't too far behind. He's about 20 supply down for that. Maybe he can hold on here, but still he's so far behind in economy and bases.
If he can take one fantastic fight, maybe he can claw his way back into this one, but I think GuMiho's got a bit of throwing to do before that happens.
Yeah, he's going to need some bad Seeker missiles, I think, for that to happen.
Seeker missiles coming down. They will not connect, but they are going to go on to a bunch of the tanks in the front line, slowly chipping away at what Journey has left over. One Thor coming up here, going to deal with the base.
Oh, man.
It's only an orbital, and he's moving the rest of his army, or a small portion of it, to deal with the eventual defense.
Here we go again. A lot of Seeker missiles coming in.
Only a couple going to connect there. Oh, man. That base is going to be cleaned up. Journey does retake his 4th, but he really needed that other mining base as well.
Look at this, like pure Thors with Ravens. No need for tanks anymore. Not when you have this many Ravens and Seeker missiles available. It's kind of an interesting composition, but I do like it.
Yeah. Looks like Journey also made that switch. 1 tank, 3 tanks.
Oh, here we go. A lot of Seeker missiles going down, actually. Not killing any of the Thors?
I think he got like one.
He got
one
like
or two.
Yeah.
That's going to be about it. I mean, Journey, he looks really pissed in that booth, actually.
Yeah, this is a frustrating way to go. Slow, painful way.
Well.
The grounded Vikings now.
Yeah, they're all going to go down.
I think that might have been on purpose. I think he just wants more and more Thors at this point, and Ravens. No point investing in anything else. I guess if you have this many Thors and you get a good shut up on the Ravens, you're going to be doing sick damage as well. Do Thors do extra damage to those Ravens?
Journey, not really mining right now. Not mining minerals. GG, that's going to be it. Journey is going to go down to the mech of GuMiho.
You know, I'm 0 for 3 so far today, Valdez.
Oh, boy.
I'm feeling great.
It happens. GuMiho going to pull his team to a 2-1 lead, so I am very happy.
Yeah, these guys looking great. And, I mean, the next game is going to be Departure versus Solar. Can Departure close this out? I think he might be able to. I mean, it's going to be up against Solar, and Solar's going to be... He's going to be under a lot of pressure, Valdez.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best season so far. And in the meantime, you know, Departure recently going over to Dfinity and not doing so bad. I think one of the recent results he had in ZVZ was a 3-1 over Snoop. Snoop, not a bad player.
Yeah,
so
fantastic ZVZ, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this guy is definitely making his way up the different tiers, up the different rankings of this top-level StarCraft. And we'll see what he can do here against Solar.
Damn. Jenny is not happy.
Yeah.
Haven't seen someone look that angry in a while.
He was looking even worse than Deer. Both those guys not having the best games tonight.
Yes, I mean, Samsung, once again, struggling.
Yeah. They had that one day where their Terrans really made it big for them. I forget which team they faced, but it was like a decent mid-level team, and they did quite well.